Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Sunday video update. My name is Jared Fuller, aka the Jared. Today's date is Sunday, November 9th, 2025. So glad you could join us for an hour because that's usually how long I'm here. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I talk about random things on a Sunday afternoon. I preferably like to talk about the week in review. And yeah, without further ado, joining me off camera this week is my dad. Kick back on the couch, nice and snug under the blankets. Amy is over here off camera, and we are currently under a winter weather advisory until 10 o'clock tonight because we are getting our first snowfall of the 2025-26 season. And they were saying something about we're in the 2 to 6 inch range, and that's for Bay, Gratiot, Saginaw, and Tuscola counties until 10 o'clock tonight. And that is because of a north wind coming off of Lake Huron and Saginaw Bay, producing lake effect snow. And that's what we're currently getting. It's been snowing all morning, all day. And yeah, they're saying 1 to 3 snow accumulations of 1 to 3 inches with locally higher amounts possible. We're at Bay County, Saginaw County, and Tuscola counties, but Gratiot County is also included in that, which is not something you see every day, considering that Gratiot County is further west and the bay is this way. So the wind has to be coming off the lake at just the right angle for Gratiot County to pick up the lake effect snow bands. Because Gratiot County is usually never involved in lake effect type of snows unless they're coming off Lake Michigan and they hold together and move across the state. That's probably the only time that they really get any lake effect. But yeah, so we're getting our first snows of the season. It's kind of exciting. I like snow. I'm not a fan of driving in it, but just to watch it,
I'm not
it's
a fan of it because it's too cold and I come down sick.
yeah. The cold temperatures do not help. Last week was a busy week. Amy was in the hospital. She wasn't with us last week because she was in ICU. She's with us this week. She's doing much better, in my opinion. And she says she's feeling much better. So last week I went to pick her up from the hospital, and she's been enjoying being back home because she says that she felt as though she was being held hostage at the hospital, which how she described it, that does sound like a hostage situation, although in their defense, they want to make sure that you're well enough to leave
Yeah.
and not be remaining in their care. So I get it.
If that test would, the TB test would have come back positive, I would have been in there for
Yeah.
like 6 months.
Yeah. They tested her for tuberculosis. As it turns out, she didn't have it. Test came out negative. So that's a very good thing. Um, Dad, he hasn't had a cigarette in 2 weeks as of yesterday. And he's been getting lots of rest, and he says he's been eating like a pig, which I'm happy to see you eating because maybe now you're going to put some weight on. Hopefully, Dad's been smoking for over 50 years, and
get that pain once in a while, but I'm also going to cough
yeah,
stuff up because it's still in my system.
right.
Well, my doctor
But-
told me, he says, it's hard to go cold turkey, he says, but
Yeah, persistence is key. You have to
That's what they
be
told me up
but I'm
there.
going to want a cigarette once in a while, but now,
right.
but I have, if you notice though, Jared, if I haven't been smoking, if I do want a cigarette, I don't smoke a lot no more.
No,
It's just like, okay, if I want one, I have one. If I don't,
but it also makes you sick when you
yeah.
try to light up and you take a couple hits off it, and the next thing you know, you're puking.
That would have worked
So
for me.
I mean, that's probably good enough reason as any to stop smoking, but that's your body's way of saying, "Hey, man." Right. That's your body's way of saying, "Hey, man, we've been doing this for a very long time. We can't do this anymore." Although Grandpa Fuller, he smoked all the way up until he died, I think. Uncle Tim, he'll put one out, light up the next
I
one.
was up there yesterday and Tim put one out, Barb put one out, Barb went in the bathroom, come back out, lit up another one, and then lit one up for Tim and handed it to him. I'm like, you just got one out, I mean, 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
See, and I thought that's why they had their own packs.
Hey.
So that he could smoke what he wanted and she could smoke what she wanted. But she'll pull them out of her pack.
Smoking is costly, not just in the wallet, but also with your health. It's very costly. Speaking of cigarettes, we were up at Wayne's, my brother Wayne's last week. Dad and I were, because Dad had an appointment, and we stopped in at my brother Wayne's, and his neighbor, her name is Brenda. She came up and said, "Hey Wayne, could you get me a pack of menthol tobacco, like a bag, one of those big bags of menthol tobacco?" And I'm looking at her like, "Oh my God, your lungs have to be like crystals, because menthol."
Blacker than hot.
Yeah, I mean, menthol cigarettes crystallizes your lungs, and her lungs have to be like, I don't know, glaciers, like charcoal. Yeah.
Mine's starting at the bottom of the lungs.
Yeah. Yeah. Smoking is not, it's not healthy. Not a good thing to get started on. Yeah, my sinuses are kind of
Younger
running a
kids
little
out
bit
there that
today.
are listening,
Yeah. Yeah, to the younger generation listening to this, if there are any younger generation listening, don't pick up a cigarette. Don't get started on smoking, because
don't
once you
do it
start,
because you want to fit in with everybody.
yeah, once you start, it is hard to quit. Well, for me, it wasn't hard to quit, because I used to smoke cigarettes. But you've been doing it for a very long time. You know, when I smoked, it was for a very short period of time. I shouldn't have smoked at all. Child of cancer survivor, I shouldn't have smoked at all.
I started at age 15.
Yeah, I mean, Dad, you've been smoking cigarettes since 73, 74. Yeah, you're about 15, 16 at the time. Yeah, 15. So early 70s. Amy, you said you started smoking when you were 15.
Mhm.
You know, about around 1987, 88.
Yep.
Yeah. My mom used to smoke the Cool cigarettes, Kool. What's that? Cools?
Well, you don't blame it. They're menthol.
Excuse me, guys. My sinuses are draining today. Yeah. Well, I remember, Dad, when you smoked basic cigarettes, and that's back when they were affordable.
Mhm. The ones we get right now are what, 6?
They're what, Crown? You guys smoke Crowns, don't you? Yeah.
How much?
Like 65.
Yeah.
That's still quite a bit for cigarettes. $5.65 a pack.
25, 565.
I mean, a carton of cigarettes now costs you easily $100 bill, easily, if not more. Well, depending on what you get too, because there are certain brands that are more expensive. So, you know, it just all, I guess it depends on which brand you buy.
Marlboro still got their deal going on. Buy 2 packs and get like 2 something off them.
Yeah. Even, you know, and that's, I was telling Dad one day, because we were out at the gas station out there in 13 and 57, and it's like, you know what the funny thing is? Cancer is synonymous with smoking. Although not everyone who smokes gets cancer, but it's synonymous. They had the Surgeon General's warning on each of the packs and on the cartons.
They still do.
However, when it comes to buying them, oh, we'll cut you a deal on these unhealthy habits that you have. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, are you serious right now? Like, oh, it's bad for you, but hey, we'll cut you a soft deal. You know?
Like when you watch like the Rose Bowl, they have all the advertisement for alcohol and all that.
Yeah.
When a doctor
They put a stop to
told you
it.
to quit smoking, you walk outside of the hospital and understand. I don't try smoking one.
Yeah.
And that's
But-
it.
But then again, excuse me, guys. But then again, that goes for anything in advertising. Like they advertise Arby's, they advertise McDonald's, they advertise
Right.
Burger King. Oh, this is a deal, but it's not healthy. The food is not healthy for you, but they're still going to say, well, you know, we got a deal, $1 off or $1
Yeah.
burger, get it today, you know, and that's carbs, which carbs are not healthy. But it's in anything with advertising.
I've noticed too now, like McDonald's, they give you the calorie
Yeah.
amount.
Yeah.
on it.
I remember the old McDonald's menu when it was the brown board
Mhm,
and all the letters were like white or yellow.
mhm.
Now they got where the screen changes and it actually displays the different deals they have and the sandwiches and stuff. But advertising cigarettes, I guess, is no different than fast food
Right.
or any other product out there that's not healthy for you. But
Actually,
they do it anyway.
they took them off the air now. I think.
What's
because
that?
You don't see the cigarette ads anymore.
You don't see cigarette. I have never seen in all my years. I don't think I've ever seen a single cigarette advertisement on television.
I've seen the Cools. I've seen Marlboro.
Maybe back in the 70s, 80s.
80s,
Yeah.
But then you see women's pads on there, but you never see them do condoms.
Yeah, they do. They do condom commercials.
Never see 'em.
Yes.
Bunch of dicks on there.
Yeah, they do condom commercials. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. They do Trojan condom commercials and the maxi pads and
They suck.
yeah. But yeah, they do that. They have
Now they tell you the condom can have just a pinhole because of the factory didn't make it right.
because they're like 99
Well, I thought-
point whatever percent effective.
Well, I thought Trish had those in her arm.
Yeah, we won't talk about that.
No, how good was it?
Let's not talk about it.
She quit taking it.
But in any event, I'm gonna keep clearing my throat. My sinuses are draining a little bit.
Got anything to drink or no?
No, I have nothing to drink over here. Is there any coffee in the pot out there? Oh, you got to clean it, don't you?
Mhm.
Shit. Yeah. So we have one comment this week from Chewing Off My Toenail, which Toenail, it's great to see you again. Haven't seen you in a while. He says, I'm back again to let you know that my toenails are doing well and ready for substantial chewing. So thank you, Toenail. He left one comment this week.
It's gonna be his Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everything's gonna have toenails in it.
Yeah. You know, and although a lot of Toenail's comments may be gross, if you visualize what he's getting at, they may be gross, but it is hilarious at the same time, which is why I let it slide, which is why I let it go. Because I do get a kick out of reading the comment. It's just, you know, it's funny. I mean, it lightens the mood of the Sunday video updates. And that's why I won't ban or block him. But if he crosses a line and starts making comments that are inappropriate or not, you know, suitable for my channel, then I'll have to take action. But he's been pretty cool. Why do women wear underwear, Dad?
So their guts don't fall out.
So their guts don't fall out. That'll be nice to listen to in the playback of the video when people are watching the playback later on.
Yeah.
But so last week was actually busy. As I said, I had to get Amy from the hospital,
I went in
and-
the 29th and got out
No, the
6.
come out.
and Dad was in the hospital the week before for pneumonia, touch of pneumonia. So they were both sick with pneumonia. I didn't have to be seen at the hospital, but my sinuses have been draining constantly.
That's what I thought mine was.
And yeah, but when they actually look at you, when it gets to a point where you have like a heaviness in your chest and you can't breathe, And- yeah. but when it gets to that point, then you have to be seen then you have to be seen, and then it comes out, everything comes into fruition. Oh, well, you got this going on, you got that going on. Ask you what?
You wanted to get the
Oh yeah, well, they
the-
they did it on Amy. They shoved that swab right up her nose. I was in the room when they did that. This week, I will be traveling out to Muskegon on the west side of the state.
That must have came back all right because they didn't say anything about it.
Yeah. I will be traveling to Muskegon on the west side of the state, probably midweek. I'm going to be meeting a friend, and I'm looking forward to that. It's a friend that I've been chatting with for a while, and just wanted to do a little meet and greet and say, hey, whatever. And yeah, so I'll be in Muskegon on sometime this week, midweek or so. Yeah. And the road should be clear by then. Because the snow that we're currently getting is not expected to stick around long. Although they're talking high accumulations in localized areas, but it should melt. We're not expecting the snow to stick around at least on the pavement. On grassy surfaces, it'll probably hang out for a while, but
Usually about the 15th or whatever before it
Yeah.
usually hits us.
yeah. So what else was I going to talk about? Oh, yes. Next Sunday, will be the 26th anniversary of my journal writing. I can't believe it's been 26 years already. It's been a long ride. I don't know if I'm going to put together a video for the channels. I haven't decided yet. I just have so many other different things going on. But yes, next Sunday will be 26 years that I've been writing journals. And I'm still currently in book 134. And I started an entry today called First Snow because we're under a winter weather advisory until 10 o'clock tonight. And I still have yet to finish that entry. But yeah, 26 years of journal writing next Sunday, 1 week from today. But I'll be here next week. I'll do a Sunday video update next week. And so the Fox Sunday flashback tonight will be preempted because of Lions, Tigers, not baseball, Detroit Lions football. And it'll be simulcast on 103.9 The Fox. The Fox Sunday flashback probably won't come on the air until about 8:30, 9 o'clock. So he's going to try to squeeze in as many requests as he can because he's only going to, with the football, the simulcast of the football on the station, his show is going to be divvied down to probably like a couple hours or so. So, yeah, there will be a Fox Sunday flashback, but it won't be the original 4 hours this week because of Detroit Lions football. And according to Amy, the Lions are playing against the Commodores tonight.
Hey, I want them to play some music.
Really, they're going against the Commanders, but Amy said Commodores. So, but you might be onto something, Amy. Lionel Richie is built like a brick house. And when they score a touchdown, he can start dancing on the ceiling, I had to mention it this week. I had to mention that in the Sunday video. I told you earlier before I was going to do the show that I was going to mention that. The Detroit Lions versus the Commodores. So they're going to be playing a halftime. They're not just playing halftime though, Amy. They're playing the whole time. So yeah, could you imagine Lionel Richie as a wide receiver? That would be funny actually to see that. But no, the Lions.
Know how to pronounce it.
The Lions are going against the Commanders. And I think kickoff or the show starts at 4:25 or 4:20 or
4:20.
Dad's watching a football game right now. The Ravens versus
Vikings.
the Vikings. I don't know. I never know. I don't watch football. I don't know who the hell these people are.
The only reason I know is because I ended up setting up the app
Yeah.
so that I can get the game plays for the Lions and that
Yeah.
for Dad. And then Michigan and Michigan State.
Um,
4:30.
I don't watch football a lot. Even the Michigan State games, I mean, Dad watches them. He tries to watch every game. I might peek in here and there and just to see what the score is, just out of curiosity. I mean, I really don't care who wins the football games. I just kind of peek in every now and then and oh, okay, Sparties are ahead or oh, Wolverines are ahead. How you doing, Blade? Great to see you, buddy. You enjoying the winter weather? We're getting snow up here in Michigan. Is it snowing where you are? You doing good? Good. Glad to hear it, bud. I was out at Bronner's yesterday and did a little shop. That place was packed yesterday, but this, because it's November, Christmas is coming up soon, and everybody now are bum rushing to the store, Bronner's being the world's largest Christmas store, the go-to place for all your Christmas needs. The place was jumping yesterday, jumping. And
Hey, there's that guy.
yeah, and parking wasn't a problem. I pulled right into the driveway, come right up to a spot. It's like, okay, this will work. Do you know Reed Timmer, the guy from Storm Chasers? Sounds familiar, Blade. Sounds familiar. Are you talking Remy Storm Spotter? Reed Timmer? I I don't know. Oh, you met him. Reed Timmer. I watch Remy Storm Spotter. I don't know if that's who you're referring to. Reed Timmer, the guy from Storm Chasers. No. Look him up. I will when I'm done, Blade. But cool. I mean, you got to meet him. Is he a famous meteorologist? The weather, we're getting our first snows up here in Michigan. And everybody's kind of freaking out about it. I think it's cool. You know, we're getting into that season. I'm not crazy about the cold, but the snow, I mean, when you look at it for the first time, it's beautiful. Seeing the first snow, it's like, yep, we have arrived.
Your hunters like it for the same reason Dad just said.
Yeah, the hunters, the archers, and you know, they're loving this because it's good tracking for the deer. And yes, he is America's famous meteorologist. Cool. Cool. What's that?
Show them in the right place. You don't have to track them. They'll drop right where they're at.
Yeah. Yeah.
I never did.
I love venison, especially in a chili. I love venison chili. Oh, so good. And speaking of food, so Trump decided to once again go back to the old way of, oh, we're going to give so much of the SNAP benefits to the families. After, at first it was the recipients were only going to get so much, and then a federal judge says, no, you're giving them 100%, and then two judges said it, and then now they're back at what Trump wants, which is they're only going to get so much, which I think is really fucked up.
They were saying something about full benefits.
They need to issue the full benefits. Stop fucking around. There are kids out there who are starving. They need to eat.
Same way with Social Security and shit.
Well, I haven't heard anything about that, but I do know for sure the SNAP benefits are being affected. And I think it's ridiculous. There's people out there, and the amount of judgment that I see on Facebook over, people who receive SNAP benefits, it is outrageous. Outrageous, the judgment. And it kind of makes me sick because, once upon a time, the attitude of this country was help your neighbor, right? Back in the 60s, they were all about brotherhood, help, feed your neighbor and do everything you can for each other. In 60 years, we went from feed your neighbor to I got mine and fuck you if you don't have yours. That's really messed up. How did that happen? It disgusts me the way people are. They sit and judge. Well, these people who are able-bodied to work should get off their butts and get a job. Well, you know what? You don't know their whole story. As I pointed out last week, you don't know enough about a person's situation to make judgments about them. So sit down and shut your fucking flap trap if you don't know what you're talking about. And anyway, I am of the opinion, I don't care if a person's working or not working. I don't care. They have to eat. It is a program that everybody uses. You know, even if you're not using it, you are one slip up in life away from being on food benefit programs. All it takes is one slip up. You can get sick, you can get in an accident which prevents you from working. Any number of things can happen. Everybody is just one slip up away. One. That's all it takes. So the judgment needs to stop. We have to squash that shit.
This is what gets me, Jared.
What?
The people are bitching about people getting money and getting welfare and getting
Yeah,
all this
Yeah,
and that.
yeah.
But the thing is, when it comes right down to it, when their families get sick or have accidents, like you said,
Yeah,
who are they going to call? They're going to get a hold of the government, see what kind
Yeah.
of help we can get.
yeah,
So they ain't no different than no one else.
right. Yep. They're not. They're no different than anyone else. And well, I will admit, yes, there are people out there who milk the system. There are. Absolutely. I'm not denying that. I'm not in denial of that. I'm not saying that this never happens. What I'm saying is you don't know a person's situation at the outset. You make past judgments based on what you're able to see with the naked eye. You don't know what that person's situation is for them to be receiving benefits. So don't you judge unless you actually know the truth. Stay out of everybody else's business. Stop being such busybodies. Worry about your own shit and stop being so damn judgmental.
And what happens, Jared, if, say, a family parents got killed in a car wreck or
That's what I said, Dad. It all it takes is one slip up. That's all it takes.
and they had to take care of their
All it takes is one instance. One instance.
think about
And
people.
then you're gonna need these programs. So stop judging.
People.
I've been doing okay, Blade. But these people who just constantly judge and nag and oh, there goes 300 of my tax. You know what? I'm gonna tell you something. I worked for Walmart. I did. When I worked, I still received benefits. And while I worked, I didn't sit on a fucking throne and judge people and rain shit on people
Yeah, they took,
because they don't work.
and they took money from you.
They did take money from me.
So you're working and they were still taking money.
I worked for corporate America. I didn't think I was better than anybody. There was never one single moment when I said, you know what? I'm sick of these lazy fucks not working and I have to pay for them to sit home. I never thought of that. It never crossed my mind because I'd be a hypocrite if I said that or even thunk it. There are people who rely on these programs, and we have a government who is willing to fucking starve you without malice. They are willing to starve, well, actually, with malice. They are willing to starve you. And it's sad. And people voted for this shit. Can you believe that? People voted for this shit. I'm usually not political, but you know, when it comes to children starving and you know, I had this conversation with a buddy of mine last week, and he says, well, it's not so much the children. It is the children. What the fuck are you talking about? It is the kids. Well, the parents have to get it for the kid. No shit. Do you really think a 5-year-old's going to go grocery shopping on their own? No kidding, Sherlock. It trickles down to the children. Wow, what a it's like, how pedantic can a person be? It's like, wow. It eventually leads to that. Parents have to feed their kids. If they need the extra help, they need the extra help. Hello, King Bob. Just in time, buddy. No, I was just talking about the SNAP benefit situation and people being so damn judgmental and making judgments about things they have no idea. They think they know what's going on when they don't. Kind of like last week, I went on a little tangent about that, but I am just so sick and tired of the judgment being passed around, especially on Facebook. Well, 300 of my dollars going to taxes. You know what? They took 400 in taxes out of my paycheck. I didn't bitch. I mean, I was kind of like, ugh, $400. I grossed 1,200 and they took 400 out of me in 2 weeks. Damn. But I still came home with $800. But still, um, it's I wasn't judging people. I wasn't acting as though I'm above everybody else. It's nonsensical behavior to judge anybody. So, um, yeah, so that's my rant on that. Stop judging people. Yeah, so later this week, like I said, I will be venturing out to Muskegon. Um, I don't know what day exactly, midweek, which that could be between Tuesday and Thursday. I don't know exactly which day, but yeah, I will be headed out to meet a friend. And I'm looking forward to it. I haven't been to Muskegon in quite a while. The last time I was in Muskegon, I think I had taken Dad and Amy out to the beach. And it was had to have been a couple summers ago, like 2 or 3 summers ago. I took them out to the beach and the water splashed up and got Amy soaked, which we thought was funny. This EBT crap is out of control. It is out of control. And people need to stop being so damn judgmental. You got to go. Well, that was quick, King Bob, but thanks for stopping by. See you next week, I guess. Maybe. Um, but yeah, a wave came in, the tide came in, and Amy got soaked. Joe Smith says, "Hi, Jared. How you doing?" I'm doing okay, Joe. Long time no chat, buddy. I'm joining in to listen to your live show. Well, thank you very much for joining in. I appreciate that. Haven't talked to you in quite some time. I hope you've been doing well out there. Um, the world is a mess. The world is on fucking fire right now, and I've just been kind of ranting a little bit. But one of the big um, stories, of course, lately is with SNAP benefits, and you know, it's it's just one of those things. All is good, brother. Well, I'm glad to hear it, brother. I haven't, man, I'm such a lousy friend. I haven't been texting you so Joe, I don't know if you realize this, but my dad had pneumonia. Amy was hospitalized for a week with pneumonia. And, so that's why I've just been so busy. I've been so busy and I stay busy. I continue to stay busy. Um, Hello, Jared. Watch out for lake effect snow in Muskegon. That's if it snows during the week. I don't know if it's supposed to snow anymore this week. Uh, um, Actually, I could probably check the 7-day. Let's see here. I might be able to, wait, what's that? Someone died. Former NFL Commissioner Paul Tagliabue dies at age 84. You got any NFL fans in chat? NFL Commissioner Paul Tagliabue, I don't know if I'm saying it right, dies at age 84. I don't watch NFL. Yes, I heard those live streams, prayers for your family. Well, thank you. Chesaning. Actually, let's do Muskegon. Muskegon, Michigan weekly forecast. See if they so they're predicting snow tomorrow for Muskegon. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday they'll be in the 40s and 50s. Saturday and Sunday they'll be in the low 50s. I'm going to check AccuWeather because that might be a little more Spot on. Me? What do you mean by that, Blade? What the fuck is this? Explore Myrtle Beach? I don't want to explore Myrtle Beach. I want to explore the fucking weather forecast, dipshit. Okay, here we go. Monday to it's gonna snow Tuesday, 60% chance of snow. It's gonna be 43. It'll be above freezing, so it's not gonna the roads aren't gonna get slick. Temperatures are gonna be above freezing, so that'll work for sure. Breezy with a stray shower Wednesday, Thursday 48, Friday 50, Saturday 56. So the weather will be manageable. It'll be decent. It's not gonna be it's not gonna be erratic where I can't drive on the roads because the way I'm gonna take to Muskegon, if I take M57 and go through Carson City and Greenville, it's gonna take me a long time because I'm doing 55 on a state highway. If I go down 127 to 69 to 96, which is Lansing, and head west on 96, I can do 70 plus and go around Grand Rapids, and Muskegon's like another 40 miles west of Grand Rapids. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to having a nice little meet and greet with my friend, and I'll probably have a picture or two on Facebook. Maybe if he's down for having a picture taken. I forgot to say that I got to go for 7 minutes. I'll be back after, but now I'm back. Okay. Well, there's 25 minutes left in the show, King Bob. So, yeah, stick around. You guys can hang out for as long as you want. I don't know about Pine Run tomorrow night. I'm not sure about that. We might not go depending on the money situation. I don't know. Yeah, I'm trying to save up for my road trip out to Muskegon, but we still might go. We still might go tomorrow. I'll pay for the food. But yeah, that's if we go. But I'm thinking midweek I'm gonna head out to Muskegon. I haven't been, like I said, I haven't been to Muskegon in I don't know 2-3 years. What do you plan to do there? Meet up with a friend. So, yep, looking forward to that. Very much looking forward to that. Let's see here. Excuse me. I haven't been sleeping well during the night. I think it's because of the weather change, honestly. Weather change tends to get to everyone. Um, hmm. Hmm. I'm just checking out my Facebook here. Some people were only interested in her when she was really ill and was in the hospital, using her pictures for their own clout. Here's a message to you. Yes. Yep. And that's something that needs to be mentioned. We're talking about childhood cancer awareness. That needs to be, here's the thing. Childhood cancer awareness, when we talk about this, this is merely a group that was organically formed. There was no like set, like, well, hey, let's just start this little club and we'll dedicate it to cancer kids or whatever. This group was organically formed. And there are lots of people who have not directly been impacted by childhood cancer. And most of these people, and I'm maybe it's a bridge too far when I say this, but most of these people, they attach themselves to this cause because they need to feel as though they are accepted and important and wanted. Because for some reason, whether, maybe some psychological trauma they sustained as children, they felt left out, discarded, didn't feel like they were good enough for even a friend. And now they have found childhood cancer where they can grandstand and feel important and look at me and how wonderful I am. Well, I'm going to tell you that childhood cancer is not your therapy. Childhood cancer awareness is not meant to act as your band-aid to cover up some gushing wound you had when you were a kid. That's not our responsibility. The children who need the attention are the ones who are in treatment. The families who are grieving and mourning the loss of their child, they need the support. And the survivors, as myself. Um, there's, I mean, I appreciate the support that I get from people. I'm not going to lie. I appreciate the support. I'm almost 40 years old. I've been a survivor for 36 years. I'm doing pretty good out here. Hello, the GOAT Jax, greatest of all time Jax. What do you plan to do with your friend? We're just going to hang out, probably just talk for a few. But childhood cancer advocacy, raising awareness is not supposed to be a ticket for you to feel accepted. It is not incumbent upon the families or especially these kids to make you feel good about yourself. This is why I have such an issue with people who are here for clout, with people who are here just to have that pat on the back and to be glorified for everything they do. I am an actual childhood cancer survivor. I talk about my story. I share bits and pieces with families so that way they are not alone. So that way I can use my story not only as a guide to help them through, but to set an example for these children that it is possible to survive. There's no guarantees that they will survive, but it acts as an inspiration, and it 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 helps guide them along. The families are, they're petrified. They don't know what to expect from one day to the next. So I come in and say, look, I'm a survivor. I've been where you are. My parents have felt what you feel now. And I'm here anytime you need to talk. And if you need a shoulder to lean on or a shoulder to cry on. And I'm doing good, Jax. And you hit 150 subs. Congratulations, bud. So that's basically what I wanted to say about that. Childhood cancer advocacy is not your therapy because you didn't feel loved enough when you were a kid. You're trying to seek validation from people. I don't need validation. I lived my battle. I fought, I battled, I beat it. The story and the evidence speaks for itself. Although I don't mind sharing my story, on occasion. But the evidence will speak for itself. The evidence shows I had this, I've been through this, I survived it. And I'm not snarky about my survivorship. I don't go around acting like I'm better than everybody else because I survived it. I'm not above or beneath anyone. I'm equal to. I can view the world through the eyes of these kids because I was once a child who went through this. So I can view the reality through what they see. I can perceive it. It's not a superpower. It's not magic. It's just familiar. And what they are going through, I can see it. I've been there. And I think a lot of people, they come at me because they're jealous. I don't want people to be jealous of me. This is something very personal, and I would assume not have gone through that, and I would even more assume that your children not go through this. But here we are, Dad snoring over there. He fell asleep. That's okay. I think they both fell asleep. Yeah, I think Amy's snoring too. I think they fell asleep. I know Dad fell asleep. He's snoring over there. You can hear him. That's okay. That's all right. I can do the rest of the show flying solo. That's fine. But I'm glad you guys are here. Jax, could you hear my dad snore? Could you hear him? Oh, he's awake now, so he's gonna pretend as though he didn't sleep. You're not resting your eyes, Pop. You were sleeping. We could hear you snoring. That's okay. You need your rest, buddy. You get your rest, Dad. You could hear it a little bit, Jax. Yeah. But yeah, that's what I wanted to say. That was the message for childhood cancer. Although, they confine advocacy to September, but for people like me, guys like me, it's every day, all year round, every second. Um, but I don't attribute everything in my life to childhood cancer. Like my journals, nothing to do with childhood cancer. Doing these live streams, not always to do with childhood cancer. I just like to do the live streams. I built an audience, and hopefully the audience grows and builds if they can, you know, if they don't mind me saying the word fuck every now and then on occasion, then cool. You won't get the F word on the Jared Fuller show, but you'll definitely get it here because this is my channel where the real me. My brother had cancer and I love him so much. Aw, that's because you're sweet. You're a sweet dude. And how old was your brother, if you don't mind me asking? Was he little, or is he a teenager, or um how old was he? 10. Oh, okay. All right. Well, your brother's my warrior brother. How does that sound? So he's got a brother right here. Just like you got a brother right here, Jax. Big brother. Been there and done that. I had chemo and radiation, and oh, he's 13 now. Okay. All right. Cool. Does he have a YouTube channel? Um so today, I don't know what's in store for the rest of the day. I'm not sure. I don't know if I wanna go play in the snow. He doesn't have a YouTube channel, okay. I don't know if I wanna play in the snow, or I don't know. Might just wanna stay inside and maybe have some hot chocolate, because I bought some hot chocolate the other day. Might treat myself to a nice cup of hot cocoa with marshmallows and, I don't know, hang out around the house. You guys got snow? Yes. Yes, we have snow. I might put together a little video about the snow just to, and I'll put it on this channel and on the Jared Fuller show. It's the first snowfall of the season of the 2025-26 season. So some people are freaking out. Most people are just like, yay. And I'm sitting in the house. It's like, cool. You know, how much? So they got us in the 2 to 6 inches range. It's been snowing all morning. It was snowing before before daylight broke. Um, so in I guess localized areas, it could approach 6 inches, but I don't think we're gonna get 6 inches because the ground temperature is still rather warm. So I don't see that as a possibility. And yeah, it's still snowing outside. I'm just looking through my mini blinds here. Yeah, it's still snowing. Snow's still falling, but I still see grass. So you have 0 inches. Well, I don't want you to dox yourself, but do you live in a state where snow doesn't fall, or do you get snow? I don't want you to dox yourself though. But yeah, so for sure this week I'm going to be going on a road trip to meet a friend, and we're going to chill for a little bit, and yeah, I might get a picture taken with him. We'll see. We'll see. Depends on what he wants to do or what he has planned, or um yeah, so oh, you get snow. Okay. Here in Michigan, yeah, we get snow. Do we get snow? In Southwest Michigan, they were talking about thunder snow, where they get thunder and lightning with when it snows, and the thunder and lightning actually enhances the snowfall. Um, if I don't know if Blade's still here in chat, but Blade could tell you educate you a little bit on thunder snow. But yeah, it is a rather strange phenomena that we get here in Michigan. Thunder and lightning with snow. But, it's I guess in the higher elevations, you get the unusual weather phenomena. Um, I think it's kind of cool, having snow on the ground and then you see a flash. It's like, oh, it's lightning out. Yeah, we have thunder snow, thunder, lightning, and snow. Yeah, okay. I can do that. It's pretty cool. Um, so let's see. Road trip to Muskegon this week. Possibly uh Pine Run tomorrow. Um, so I got some things to do this week. Let's see, today is the 9th. Next Sunday will be 26 years that I've been writing journals. But I'll still do a live stream. I'll still do this. I can't think of anything else. Might do a little more grocery shopping. Maybe do some grocery shopping, but I don't know yet. I have not decided. There's just so much happening, so much going on. Um, yeah, I've never been to. I think you mean Michigan, right? I think you're trying to say Michigan. I'll put Michigan in the chat for you so you know the proper spelling. There you go. Michigan. Okay. Michigan, I'll tell you, Jax, Michigan is really cool. It's a really cool state. A lot of history behind this state. I try to keep a lot of like the Fun Fact Fridays. You're welcome, buddy. I try to keep the Fun Fact Friday videos on the Jared Fuller Show. I keep them secretive because I want for everybody to know what it is. Um, right when the video drops. I don't want to give away hints because then you're not going to want to watch it. You're not going to be subscribed. So like when I do the Fun Fact Friday videos, I try to throw in a lot of like fun facts about the state or maybe a fun fact about me or something, just a random fun fact about anything. You want to be a cop? That's great. You wanna fight for, or not, how do I say this? Not fight. You want to fight crime, but you also want to protect and uphold the law and the rights of the citizens. Well, that's very admirable, Jax. Very admirable. It is a demanding and a dangerous job, but I don't know. I think you'd be a great cop, and you just be nice to people and use force when necessary, which is probably what they would tell you. Use force when necessary. So we have a meteorologist and a future cop in my chat, and a guy who likes to chew off his toenails. uh, now that's a job description, chewing off your toenails. um, but yeah, that's great, buddy. That's great. Um, I know a lot of kids, because they met me when I had my All Things Jared YouTube channel, and they know me as a guy who kept a channel family friendly. And this channel, it's not really family friendly. I swear in a lot of my content. That's why I put the parental advisory labels on all of my thumbnails for my live streams. I probably should do that with my open thought videos and daily rants as well, because I swear quite a bit. I might say some things that are not appropriate for kids, but there's a disclaimer on my channel. If you look at the homepage of this particular channel, it says disclaimer. This channel contains content that contains vulgar language and is not suitable for children, and it's all capital letters. Viewer discretion is advised. So if you can't see that, then that's not on me. You were warned. Um, But on the other channel, on the Jared Fuller Show, no swearing. I don't swear on that channel. That channel is meant to be family friendly. It is meant to be family oriented. And I like doing the Fun Fact Friday videos. I like shouting out channels. I like doing what I do on there. It's fun and it's entertaining and it keeps me busy. And I don't even have 100 subscribers on the Jared Fuller Show yet, which is kind of, you know, um, I don't know. It's kind of frustrating. Let me, I'll put a link in the chat. I've only got 79 subscribers on my YouTube channel, and I have over 160 videos. I think people are just growing tired of me, but I will put a link to that other channel in my chat. There you go, the Jared Fuller Show. I think people are just getting tired of me. I don't know. I don't care either way. The channel will always be there, just like this channel will always be there. Um, I've had this channel for 10 years. And when I had All Things Jared, I had over 1,600 subscribers. That's the most subscribers I've ever had on a single channel ever. So I was proud of it, and then it had gotten taken down for YouTube called it community guideline violations, terms of service violations, but they didn't specify uh, which rules I broke. They didn't say. They didn't specify anywhere. So the channel was removed, although the channel, I put a lot of work and effort into into the videos on that channel. But I'm still looking to do something different with the Jared Fuller Show. Like I want to do some sketch comedy, and I've been talking about this for quite some time and just have not gotten the ball rolling yet. I would like to, like play different characters and things like that in videos just to be funny and to be entertaining. And the Dodge the Trucker animations will still be there, but I haven't even thought of anything, any new ideas for Dodge the Trucker. I have some old ideas, that were created. I had to recreate, and they're still in contact with the viewership, but I haven't made anything new, which the channel's been quiet. I haven't really done much, but now that it's wintertime or wintertime is around the corner, I will definitely be doing more because I'll have more time indoors where it's warm and I'll be creating new content. I'll be using my cell phone, my Apple iPhone. So there will be more content, and I'm going to try to be, but the problem that I've been running into is the fact that YouTube is only allowing me to upload a certain amount of videos daily, which is kind of frustrating. So it's like this YouTube shit is just getting old. It's getting pathetic. There's only so much you can do when you have a certain number of subscribers and a certain amount of watch time, and they limit how much you do on the channel, which sucks, because I had a lot of time put into All Things Jared, and now I have to try to build up that steam again with the Jared Fuller Show, which I'm gonna try to do. No guarantees, but I will try. Dad and Amy, Amy fell asleep, I believe. Dad was dozing off on the couch. It is going on 4:00. My name is Jared Fuller. I thank you all for stopping in and indulging me for the past hour, as expected. I will be back again next week with another installment of the Sunday video update. And Amy would say, peace out, take care, and stay out of trouble, all that good stuff. Dad, do you have any final thoughts? Just keep warm. And I will echo what Amy would say and what Dad did say. Stay warm, peace out, take care of each other, look after your neighbors, and stop being so damn judgmental of each other. We all have to make it in this world one way or the other, either by hook or crook. We got to survive. Yeah, stop being judgmental and stop dictating how people live their lives. The world is on fire right now. And we need, now more than ever, more help and less judgment. I love you all. I'll see you next week. Special thanks to Chewing Off My Toenail, Blade Williams, King Bob, Joe Smith, Linda Hendrick, and the Goat Jax for stopping in. You got to go. So do I. So do I, Jax. So I love you, buddy. I'll see you soon. I love you all, and I will talk to you next week. Take care. Bye-bye for now. Oh, this one.